Architecture, the art of designing and constructing buildings.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Curran, and I am going to do a video today about building a castle. Grabbed some boxes out of the recycling. I have paper towel tubes. I also have toilet paper tubes I could use. I have an oatmeal canister I saved, and there are a lot of things you could use too, like milk cartons or even some plastic things maybe. So I'm going to show you what I used to make mine, and maybe you can think about what you could use to make your castle. Okay, so here I have a box. I got a little small box. So I want my box to be a little taller, so I'm going to use these flaps. If you don't want to use the flaps, you could just cut them off right at that bend. But I'm just going to kind of tape the flaps together so that they stay standing up. So I have a Sharpie. You could use a pencil or crayon or marker to kind of mark where you want your lines to be. So I'm starting next to my tape, and I'm just gonna draw as if it's a square, but it's those three sides, and then the top is the top of your box. You want your squares to match. So this part might be a little hard depending on how thick your box is. And if you have a lot of trouble, you know, you might not have super sharp scissors, you might just want to ask mom or dad to help you with the cutting part. A tall rainbow arch where everybody would get in. And then I need to decide, do I want my doors to open from side to side, or do I want it to open kind of like a drawbridge opens? And I think I'm going to go for the drawbridge option. So this is one part that could be a little tough with your scissors. Get your mom and dad to help you with this part, because since there's no opening here to start your cutting, you're gonna have to make a hole in one space that you can put your scissors through. So that might be a little bit scary unless you're a mom or dad. You could try poking maybe a sharp pencil or a pen through to make the hole. So I'm gonna show you that way. I'm just holding the top of my box so that it doesn't totally collapse. I'm poking my pen in there. So I made a little hole that now I can get the tip of the scissors in, and you really kind of have to work. Here's my opening. So I've got my drawbridge. All right, that's kind of cool. So I have some paper towel rolls that are going to be taller than my box. You could make towers taller. You could make towers shorter if you wanted to. You could use a toilet paper roll and make short towers. So I'm going to attach these with some more masking tape, and you could put 2 in the front and 2 in the back, or you could just put 2 along the sides. That's kind of up to you. The castle we're working on, and I have made a couple of little princess looking hat or birthday hat style roofs for our towers. So I'm going to show you how to make a roof like that to put on the tops of your towers. The first thing that you need is a piece of paper. You can see I've cut some holes out of this one, and you need some kind of circle to trace. So I'm using the lid to a small oatmeal canister, but you could really use a small bowl, a cup. I could have maybe traced my masking tape. I don't think it matters exactly on the size. We just kind of want a smallish size circle. So I'm gonna trace my circle on my piece of paper and do that in pencil or pen. And then I'm gonna cut my circle out, and this is gonna actually make 2. And I'm gonna fold this in half, kind of like a taco. They're about even. Open it back up, and then I'm gonna cut down that line so I have a semicircle. Okay, so now each of these is gonna make a roof. So all you need to do is bend it, and it's gonna come to a point, kind of like right in the middle. And we're gonna bring those sides together, and then we'll tape it. So you can tape it on the outside, or if you wanna hide your tape, you can tape it on the inside, which is a little easier now that you've found your point. Okay, so we've got our castle painted, optional of course, and now I'm gonna add some more decoration just with marker, or you can use crayons. Think about what you would want to be on your castle. I'm gonna make some bricks on my castle, so I'm just taking a marker and I'm gonna draw some horizontal lines with a black marker across. Try to match them up on the other side of my door there. So there we go with the horizontal lines. To make them into bricks, I'm going to add some vertical lines, and I'm going to alternate where I put them. So we've got kind of like a brick pattern going on. And there on full line will go all the way across. And then you can put those lines down so they go kind of in the middle of where the other lines were. And that'll make it look like bricks. You could do the same thing on your towers if you want to. I need to add some windows, I think, to this tower, and I didn't cut out real windows. I'm just gonna draw some windows and kind of color them in so you can see where the window is supposed to be. It's like a rectangle shape there. If you wanted to, you could use something to trace if you needed a little guide to show you, make them the same size. I'm just gonna add some fun little windows. You could even draw the window, and instead of filling it in like that, you could draw something happening in the window. Maybe you could draw Rapunzel coming out, her hair coming out of the window, or draw a wizard in the window, or maybe even an animal in the window, like my dogs, who I hear barking right now, could be looking out the window. If you have dogs or cats, one of them could be sitting in the window. So there we have some windows. You could do the same on your back towers if you wanted to. I left my door just the cardboard color because I'm imagining it as a wood door, but I'm gonna draw these lines like they're planks coming down, and then maybe a big door knocker right there. Okay, so here you can see I've added all the bricks. I went ahead and did some on the back with my marker, just really quick. Earlier I added some doors to the back of my castle as well. That's an option, and I just made a I-shaped cut, so a cut across and then down, and I cut at the bottom, and then you can just fold back your little doors. So there's another option for a type of door if you want. So my castle could be pretty much done here, or if you want to, you can add some more details. One more thing I thought about adding were some strings to open the doors with. So you could poke some holes into your castle right close, maybe like a ½ an inch away from where your door opens, and then poke a hole in your door. You can see I'm just using a penny tip to poke a hole. So I've got 2 holes poked there. And then I'm going to get a piece of string. I'm going to cut 2 pieces of string. You could use dental floss, you could use yarn. And then I'm going to string one side through the castle. Side and pull it, and you tape it on the inside so that it doesn't fall back out, and we'll put it through the door here. Sometimes it's a little tough getting it through that hole. Once you got it through the hole, you can just tie it around the side of the door. So just like you're tying a shoe, but instead of the bow, you're just gonna loop it through and tighten it, and then loop it through and tighten it one more time so it's in a little knot and it won't come undone. Oops, one of my little loops fell off there. I have to stick that back on. So now you can see I've got the string here, and if you want to pull it shut from the inside, you can pull it, or you can pull it to open like that. And then I would put the other piece on the other side. Well, there we go. So I put the 2 pieces of string on either side so they can open the door, and then on the inside I tape those pieces of string together on the other side so you can use that as a pull to pull your door back up. So open it and shut it. The last thing I want to do is add a little bit more interesting decoration to my castle. So I could use some crayons to do that, or something else I thought of was just cutting out some things from magazines or catalogs. I had a catalog that had some backgrounds of really nice pretty flowers. So I had cut those out of the catalog, and I can use those and just use some like a glue stick or some more tape to add the flowers to my castle. So I could put them going up the tower. I could put some flowers on either side of the door. You could add some other things if you find them from magazines too. There is my castle, and I really appreciate you joining me today to do this. I hope you had fun, and I hope you were able to make something really cool. Thanks. Have a good day.